Hello everyone, welcome back to more AEW and TEW 2020. We are here, first show of Collision for the month of March. Start off with Mercedes Moné picking up a win over Ruby Soho. Quick bank statement submission. Following the match, Mercedes looks to give some props to Ruby for a moment, until Julia's music hits and she comes out alone. She's not joined by Utami, because she explains that she doesn't really like teaming with them. I mean, they're part of different groups out in Stardom, and yeah, they have their histories that they're not, they teamed up for a little while to take on AEW by storm, but now they might be willing to team up to take down Mercedes Moné, and Julia, personally, she's ready for Mercedes anytime, anywhere, and Mercedes, she calls the bluff, says, alright, next Dynamite, we'll go for the match, and Julia, she's ready to prove why she, if she wanted to, could be all elite in the near future. I don't know if I'm going to fully sign Julia. Yeah, I'm probably just going to see how she does in ratings for a little while. I have a lot of people on handshake deals. I'm referring to people that are all elite are exclusive deals. So those most people that I sign are on handshake deals. Kayla would actually. Kayla, I think, is on a handshake deal because WWE didn't re-sign her. I think I have Kayla on a handshake. But yeah, if someone's all elite, that means they are a full-time roster member. Okay. That's a shame. After this, it shows backstage where now it did have it as Lee Moriarty and Lio Rush initially. But New Japan is running a show today, and so New Japan does get preference for any availabilities that they're going to use. This made some fun for our main event, which, by the way, the main event is a title match. New Japan Strong Openweight title, Eddie Kingston versus El Barbaro Cavernario from CMLL, I think. I don't know anything about him. He has a good rating stuff, so it should be a good show, good main event, hopefully. But was going to be Lee and Lio Rush. Instead, it'll be Lee and the Renegades. They're trying to get to the ramp in order to make sure that Julia doesn't try anything with Mercedes, but the security, they're being very tight today. After eventually one of the Renegades is like, hey, let's get out of here. They run into the Disillusioned. All four of the guys, Killer Kelly, not present. Actually, we'll say Killer Kelly is with this group here as well. Of course, I didn't realize that Leo wasn't available until after I'd already written out the segment, so that's fun. But Ali's saying, hey, you know what? You guys right now, you're trying to disrespect the business right now. Right now, you're taking advantage of someone's higher station. You're taking advantage of the fact that Mercedes is all elite, and you're trying to make that all about you. You're trying to make that your identity. And I mean, really, you're someone who can do better. And at this point, it'll be Lee, who's, he's very angry about this interaction. He's like, you know what, Ali, shut up. You're hanging out as you doing just that. Ali, you're someone who, you were the heart of the indies for such a long time, then you kind of became this corporate shill, you became the sellout that you right now hate. Meanwhile, all three of these other guys, they've been floating from faction to faction. Jake Hager, how many failed groups have you been a part of? Butcher and Blade, you've been a part of even more failed groups. And they're getting heated, rightfully so. Ali, he's trying to calm them down, until Lee Moriarty makes a comment about Blade's wife not working here anymore. Of course, the bunny... I don't know what the bunny's deal is, why she's not with the AEW anymore. I should probably find that out. And the Blade, he breaks through. He starts whooping his ass. Butcher and Hager join in. The Renegades get involved as well. Ali is helping break things up alongside the security that was right there. And he says that he'd like to have a talk with his companions. I did a lot of filibustering, but basically, TLDR, some beefing going on. After this, the Righteous pick up a surprise win after Vincent pins Tankman. I don't know why I said it like that. Tankman with the time to shine. After this, we see a vignette from a hospital bed, and it's Adam Page. The Swerve, can't lie. Got me this time. It hurts, I tell you. And I'm not just talking about all these stitches in my back. I'm not talking about all the time that I'm spending recovering from that match. Really, it hurt my pride. It hurt everything to lose to you in front of so many people in Boston, losing in front of those people and disappointing them by letting you win. And what hurts even more is that I'm being told it's not safe for me to wrestle for who knows how long, until I'm fully recovered. They don't have a timetable for that. And, this is my livelihood. This is what I do. This is what I love. This is my career. And it's what you wanted to ruin, Swerve. Don't think that I'm done here just now. AEW is my home. So he actually does say fucking love AEW, but obviously the censors gotta cut that because it's TV. And I'm gonna fight with everything I have in my heart and then some in order to get back here and make sure I can put on a show for those fans who believe in me, those fans who cheered for me, everyone out there who knows that this is someone, that I am someone that they can get behind. And you, Swerve, once I get out of here, you're still going at the top of my list. Yeah, Page just getting a little bit heated. He's hospital bed. I don't know how long I want to have Page out, or if I really want to have Page out of action. It's a thought that's been floating around to kind of try him out as a manager, but there's really no need to. He's not actually hurt, so that'll be something for me to figure out eventually. After this, the Lucha Bros defeat Hiromu Takahashi and Jalisco of La Facción Ingobernable. There we go. Jalisco, what a shock. He's the weak link. Phoenix. Yeah, Phoenix is pretty good. After this, we show backstage where the Righteous are in a locker room. They're looking exhausted after their win. A slow clap is heard. Jake Roberts comes in. It says that following my vision, just like you guys have been doing this past week, it's something that you've needed to do in order to thrive. And look where you're at now. You took on all these people who are out there. You took on this hot group, these hot young prospects who think that they're all this, when instead you're showing that the knowledge, the experience that we have can be enough. And the Righteous, they of course are thanking Jake for all the talking, but they want their message to be spread further, and they're gonna need more people to be with them for that. And Jake, of course, I know exactly what you're talking about with this. I know exactly, you need more people, and just like we need more people to see this vision that we have. So in ROH, we'll be there. You have I have something exactly planned for you. So yeah, just getting through, a pretty simple thing there. Obviously, I'm not actually booking ROH, so they're not actually going to have anything going on down there, but that's where making things up comes in. In contrast to the Righteous's happiness and getting ready to move towards the future, the vignette coming from inside the Dynasty Market Incorporated limo is a lot more harsh. Richard Holiday is yelling at the two wrestlers who lost, saying that it was stupid for them to go out there, lose to a bunch of weirdo hippies or whatever they're supposed to be. And Hammerstone is like, hey, you know what? We weren't expecting this to be a perfect road. One of the reasons why we're some of the best reasons that we are the top, we have this rarefied air, is because we can get up from being knocked down super quickly. And Tankman is like, yeah, I get this. I get that. Once we get the pull that we need, once we get that proper respect we deserve for being this perfection, for being the brains, the brawn, and the beauty, we're work in progress on if they'd say it differently, but kind of thinking that you sort of have, or actually probably brains, brawn, and body, maybe something like that. Let you guys know what you would kind of have that. I think it can kind of work out with something like that. I had a couple weeks ago, something kind of with that. Regardless, anyways, Tagging continues saying that, once they win the tournament, once they win the Continental Classic, they win the tag belts afterwards, and then they can get rid of any pests that are annoying to them, anyone who's breathing this rarefied air that doesn't deserve it, like the Acclaimed. Well, after that's all done, DMI is going to be sitting in the lap of luxury, and Holiday, at this point, he's like, he's kind of calmed down from this. Holiday is really angry at the start, but he's calmed down. He's like, all right, you know what? I got it. And he's getting pissed off the limo driver. He's going slow, and DMI, they got places to go, people to see, and then Billy Gunn ends up being the driver, and the limo's like, all right, sure, speeds off, and yeah. And importantly, Holiday, keeping up with the kind of the cutthroat business aspect that I need to lean into more. I really liked the one segment that I did with them, so I need to lean into that more, saying that he'll not only get the limo driver fired, but also get his entire family fired. Then it's Billy Gunn. So, yeah. After this, okay, that's fine. Miro and Mike Bailey draw after a double countout. I forgot that I had this match scheduled for this week. So that was fun, but good to know. They will not be working together as like a team properly. Two groups continue to brawl even after the match has officially ended, but it appears to have a somewhat definitive answer when Miro puts Kyle Fletcher in a game over. Powerhouse Hobbs has I think it's just a camel clutch or a variant of a camel clutch on Mike Bailey. Eventually, Miro is the first to give. He drops Fletcher. He storms to the ring. Powerhouse drops Mike Bailey. They get face to face. They're both caring about the other person in their group, and eventually Miro picks up Mike Bailey. He leaves. There's still a lot of animosity. They still don't like each other, but there's no fighting going on after the stare down. After this, we see Samoa Joe, who's just finished a workout, sitting down in front of a camera, and says, "I saw what you did what you said just not last week. Saw what you said on Dynamite, Donnie. I never worked alongside you. By the time you were ruining the joint over an Impact, I'd been long gone. But there's something that I do know now, that Don, you're a damn tricky guy. I don't know what you did for the bosses upstairs. I don't know what you did for Tony Khan. I don't know what you did for the Boogers. I don't know what you did for Warner. I don't know what you did. I don't care what you did. Doesn't matter what they say. They can go through all this business of finding out, alright, who are we gonna have as the next challenger for Samoa Joe? But you know what? I'll take that challenge. Screw all that paperwork. You want your little boy to get some gold? Well, I suppose an adult's gotta talk to a child sometimes. Suppose I should introduce the kid himself. Yosuke Takeshita. Yeah, I know your name. I know exactly who you are. I know that you're a damn fine wrestler. I've watched you wrestle for months. I've watched you wrestle for so long. Hell, I can see that someday you'll have that paperwork, that pedigree, that training to topple any mountain that gets in your way. But right now, there's only one future for you. There's only one thing you can do when it comes to this. You can feed yourself to the Samoan submission machine. I will chew you up. I will spit you out. And I will continue. Hold on to my title. No one is going to take this until I relinquish it when I get bored of life at the top. Bro, Joe just kind of getting heated in. He accepts the challenge. He's not going to have Tony Khan make the decision or Jeff Jarrett make the decision. Instead, he'll take the fight directly up to Takeshita himself. So something that I gotta do more is how with Don Callis things, especially Konosuke Takeshita, is just making sure that Takeshita himself is involved in the story and that it's not just about Don Callis. The first time I wrote this through, this entire highlighted segment was not part of it. Obviously, this stuff was addressed to Dawn, but the important one in this is Takeshita, so yeah. After this, a very big surprise as the Gates of Agony actually pick up a win in the Continental Classic tournament. Prince Nana gets in, actually can't get involved. What I'm thinking for this is, because I don't think I put anything in the segments for this, but I believe what I'm kind of thinking of for this is either a quick roll-up or a little bit of shenanigans with weaponry while the ref is distracted. But the Gates of Agony do actually pick up a win. If I have the champions in a tournament like this, I feel like I should give them some losses. Because especially if the title's not on the line in that match. So, yeah. After this, we see Lexi Nair with Mayu Iwatani. She's talking about the IWGP Women's Championship. She puts it over saying that she's been defending it everywhere she can. She's already had a bunch of great defenses out here in the States. And Chris Statlander then enters saying that, she came up short for the AEW gold, and, she's still bitter about that. She's not just going to let that go, but maybe, just maybe, the IWGP Women's Gold could sate some of that hunger. And Mayu, it's like, alright, sure, sounds like a good challenge. And it seems like this is just going to be a pretty basic respect storyline until a trash can comes in from off-screen, decks Mayu, because Mayu's so... Actually, well, both of them, I think, are people willing to take bumps like that. And a large man in a bull mask barrels down both of them afterwards, and he is soon accompanied by CMLL's Women's Champion Stephanie Vaquer. Simply holds her title up over the two downed women, making quite the explosive entrance into the company. They had some other name in AEW for Black Taurus, who this is. I don't remember what it was, but apparently it's something with copyright issues, so I get that. I've gone for Toro Salvaje, the Savage Bull, and he is the guard. That actually kind of sucks. Potentially. Might not. But yeah. Bit of an interesting pairing that I'm going to have for this, where, again, as you can kind of see from the gimmick names, Rosavalhe just kind of... It's going to be the guard of Stephanie Vaquer. Very big bodyguard. Actually, I'm pretty sure Black Taurus is a lot shorter than Mind's Eye. After this, Athena defeats Kiera Hogan. Pretty simple match. Top rope stunner. Yeah. It's fine. Yep. Toni Storm gets off of commentary. Forgot to put her on commentary. And does seem impressed with Athena's work, saying that clearly a talk was more than just talk, and she is willing to take on Athena for the belt. And it can be as soon as Athena is ready, because no one can hold a candle to the illustrious, to the timeless Toni Storm. But she's proven, not necessarily proven wrong, but she's a little bit stopped in her words when Jamie Hayter's music hits. And Jamie, she storms out. She's not fighting. She doesn't have a mic or anything. She's just kind of walking out. She wants to get things involved with this. She's ready to go. And, this causes Mariah May, Luther, they come out. Security, I guess, let them through. And, there's a bit of a stare on Luther's trying to separate them, but right away, Jamie, big ol' smacked Tony. Then, probably like an album. Well, no, I'm not gonna go like Supreme Action Movie because it's wrestling. You can't really have that stuff. But Dex Tony, Dex Mariah, Dex Luther holds up the AEW Women's Belt. She stares down Athena holding the ROH Women's Belt. Yep, that's fine. And in your main event, El Barbaro Cavernario picks up the win. You probably assumed that this was going to happen when I actually mentioned the main event beforehand. Obviously. But the big thing with this is that Roosh came in and attacked Eddie Kingston. This allows Barbaro Cavernario to win the new strong openweight title. Speaking of these titles, I gotta fix up the Continental title to be not an alliance belt. Eddie was ready to give a back fist to Cavernario, but as the ref is making sure that Cavernario is still able to wrestle, still able to go, Roosh jumps out from the Timeskeeper area. He bashes Eddie with the belt, and that rocks him long enough for Cavernario to go in, pick up the win. Roosh, he kind of just, not necessarily tosses it, he kind of just like lazily slides the belt into the ring, gives it to the new champ, and he's staring down at Eddie. He's saying that screwing him over is going to be something that he'll always enjoy. Show ends with a shot on the new champion. We're not gonna jabroni the new champion. Eddie can be seen laid out in the background. Roosh apparently invented a catchphrase. I can find something, I'm sure. Oh, I did not see what the rating was. Well, I'll show it on Dynamite.